Hi, my name is Deku Titania. I play Final Fantasy XIV and I love to yap about it. This is a subjective tier list. This is not about who does the most damage or who does the best healing or who does whatever. This is just my personal opinions projected into the void that we call the internet. That's what it is. Also, Blue Mage is writing new because my keyboard is not working right now. Don't ask. Anyway, don't ask. All right, let's start with the healers. Now, the healers, I have quite some opinions about. So, I think... Oh my god. I'm going to leave my favorite for last, actually, because then I can expand on it. So, I'm going to start with the shield healers, because shield healers are the healers that I don't really play. Mostly because I prefer regen healers. I don't like calling them regen healers. Pure healers. Because to me, Astrologian was a lot more of a regen healer than Right Mage, and we will get to that. I prefer pure healing. I don't know. It's my fantasy. I like to see green number ball up. I do love a big shield. But big shield don't have as often as big green number happens often. Does that make sense? Also, the damage profile on the shield healers is not my favorite as well. That's the other thing about it. So that's why I kind of play them as much either, because you know Final Fantasy XIV is a game where healers in reality are like support casters. That's what we are right now. So you know. And I have not tried healing on Savage content yet. I am actually planning to raid this tier on Party Finder with all the patience in the world. At some point, I kind of want to maybe start it either next week before I go into streaming, or like, I don't know, the week after that. I am moving at the same time, so there's these things to consider. But I would like to try it again. With that said, and going back to the shield healers, I don't like Sage because, oh my god, Sage might be a skip. Oh my god, I didn't want to start the list negative, but it might. I'm gonna put it, this bothers me because I think I hate other things even more. But Sage, the problem with Sage is just like, it's a problem with Sage, a problem with me, because I have a distaste of what healing became when Sage was added. You know, when Sage was added, we had to split them between shield and pure healers. When Sage was added, we lost the Nocturnal Sect. Like, there's all these side things about Sage when he was added that I'm just like, you know, when you were added, a lot of things happened. And also, it wasn't advertised to be the DPS healer, but it's like, it's so safe. Like, what? Because you got Phlegma Balls? That makes your DPS, and now Psyche, does that make your DPS more interesting? Like, I do like the movement on Sage. Sage probably has the highest movement among the healers because all the shields on Sage when you got a GCD shield are casts. But again, Sage has a lot of off global cooldowns, and it's just like we're in this era where healing is mostly about off global cooldowns, and to me that's not fun, because if you're gonna be doing that, you better have like a packed damaging kit. Which is not the case for Sage. Like, Sage does not have that. The aesthetic doesn't really speak to me either, so there's also that part. I played Sage when they had a dash, because dash button was fun, but then White Mage got a dash. And then, like, Scholar has Expedient. And it's just like, each time I play Sage, the feeling is always, why don't I play another healer? You know? Why don't I do that? So that's where Sage is at to me right now. Yeah, there's not much to Sage about it. Girl, I tried. Girl, I tried. Yeah, if there's a positive about Sage that I can say is that it's a momentum healer. So if you like fast things or feeling fast-paced, Sage will be for you. Like, Sage will be for you. Banned for the plan. But it really is not for me. And when I play a magic class, be it Final Fantasy XIV or any other like game, it's like I want to feel classic mage fantasy of, I don't know, books and wands and magic sparkles, or like, you know, big distracted spells or whatever. Sage is like lasers, which is kind of cool, and when I have my Star Trek lamp, it will probably be cooler. But until then, it's like, compared to the other three, it's not doing that for me. That means Scholar will go up. Scholar is fun. Scholar's a fun one. Again, I'm not a main shield healer, but I had to play Scholar to learn shield healing to be a better cold healer, if that makes sense. There was like a whole, kind of like a couple days that I played Scholar, and I've gotten to like it, actually. There are things about the kit in Scholar that it's like, if you pick this direction, you cannot do this direction. But I'm very 50-50 on that, because yes, it is annoying that you can combine all your tools, but also it's kind of like the fantasy of you gotta pick a strategy and you gotta go full balls to the walls with it, because you can't go to the other one now. So you pick the path and you have to stick with it. That gives decision, and that can be fun, honestly. The roleplay for the job. I like Art of War 2 a lot. I wish Broil was more electric than like Explosion, but that's okay. Damage profile against the shield healer is not my favorite. And when it comes to the damage profile, like Energy Drain, I only use Energy Drain to like, oh, my Aetherful is about to come off cooldown, so I might as well use Energy Drain. But I don't like optimize Energy Drain. You're never gonna see me optimize damage on something that is like, you get bonus 100 potency and every potency matters. Yes, that's true. Doesn't mean it's not boring. So I'm not, I don't do that part. I love the fairy heals. I think it's a smart idea for the off goals on Scholar to be the fairy heals. I like that you can move the fairy around. I like that you can glamour the fairy with Carbuncle if you don't like a fairy. I'm a Selene main. Gotta give it up for Selener, girl. I am a Selener main through and through. But I don't hate Eos either. I was having this conversation with my hubby, actually. But I don't hate Eos either. I'm not one of those girls that's like, I love this fairy and I hate the other one. No, I like both of them. It's just I prefer Selene's design, and I can see her better on the battlefield compared to Eos. I can see the yellow-purple combination better. So those are like two things. Very strong. Big shield fuse, nice shield. I mean, Scholar can just deny mechanics. Like, press the delete button for the mechanic. And you don't have to think about it. If you think about, if you need to, like, Scholar, you think about it to not have to think about it. It's kind of like an interesting concept. Now, books are not my favorite in this game. I feel like a lot of the books' weapons are kind of flops when it comes to the glamour department. They're job gears, not my favorite either. But I mean, there are some books that Hotel Socks. Those ones are pretty cute. But I mean, that's it. It's very fun class though. I enjoyed my time with it to play shield healer. Now, Astro and White Mage. Oh, do I love these two? Okay, I do have a favorite. It's a little... It's not by too much, but it's not by little either. It's like a decrease. So I'm gonna talk about Astro. Like, Astro is fun in the healing department. Slay Diva Hunt team. Love Astro. I absolutely love Astro, actually. The cards are an issue. Like, they're fun at low level because you got bonus things. But my favorite card is like the arrow, because it's the one that I'm always like, give it to the cold healer, give it to the tank, give it to myself. Like, it's the one that the healing increase, I have to think about it, and it's kind of fun to think about that one. Damage cards go on the DPS, sure, and then the other cards mostly go on the tank or a DPS that is eating phone stacks. But you know, I want the cards to be more intricate in the kit, not just be healing cooldowns. Because have you looked at Astro's cooldowns? Astro already has like too many OGCDs and cooldowns to work with. So my opinion is that the cards didn't need to be another layer for it. It made sense for Astro to not have a lot of going on damage and having a lot of OGCDs back then, because you were busy controlling the cards. Controlling the cards takes time. You were busy playing your own game. So, you know, while you play your own game, it's nice that most of your healing, it comes from off global, and most of your damage is simplifying. That's good. You are the ultimate support in the game. But now that the cards are an extra cooldown and you don't have to think about it, that doesn't work for the job anymore, in my opinion. It doesn't work that it has too many OGCDs, and it doesn't work that the damage is not really interesting at all. I mean, hero damage overall is not interesting, but it's just like you really notice on Astro because you don't manipulate the cards anymore. So that's a big hit. Nevertheless, I still love Neutral Sect. It's a really fun button to press. I love Earthly Star, really fun heal when it crits. Oh my god, when it crits like 4 people on the party and you see that crit go off, it's amazing. It's like, mwah, beautiful. Oracle is nice. The damage burst is busy, and when I feel like a challenge, when I feel like I want to do like a burst rotation on the healer, I usually go Astro as well for that. It's just fun for me to like press all the buttons. But I do think it could be a little bit better when it comes to like the fantasy of the cards, because you know I tried it before and it was really fun. Macrocosm was also another amazing button. I mean, and Astro is the prettiest job in the game. If you just want to look pretty, play Astro. Because I'm a white mage girly through and through, but I have to admit, Astro is the most beautiful job in the game. It just is. I'm a white mage girly, I'm a dancer girly, and it's just like, it's just a fact. And speaking of white mag, y'all can tell me your opinions on the jobs in the comments, by the way, if you got something. I'd love to see your opinions in the comments down below. And on stream, y'all are free to type. Remember, I can't type for you, though. I can only speak right now. My keyboard set tier list. I don't want to hear that. White Mage! White Mage is my favorite, which is so interesting. Okay, so for White Mage, I started as Conjurer, and I am one of the people in this game that I played Final Fantasy because I like Final Fantasy, and my favorite characters are usually White Mages. I love, well, she's not a White Mage, but even the White Mage in this game is designed after her. I love Aerith. My favorite Final Fantasy character is Yuna, probably of all time. So I love Yuna, and she's like half White Mage, half Summoner. In gameplay, in the story, she's Summoner. And then you have also Garnet, which is Slash Dagger, which is also White Mage and Summoner. So it's just like all my favorite characters were already White Mage, so I knew I wanted to play White Mage in the beginning. So I started in Shadowbringers, and the fact that it's like stone heavy, especially at the beginning. We talk about Glare Mage, but you want to talk about low-level White Mage, you are more of a stone mage than anything. But it's like, I enjoyed it because it was just, I was new to the MMOs. Seriously, I was like, ooh, all the nice stuff. I don't care if I'm pressing one button to deal damage. I'm a healer. Woo, 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 woo. I was just going like that. And White Mage has Druid fantasy too. I love nature. I love plants. I love anything magical. There's like flowers, floral motifs, and you got the lilies. You have the new Medica 3. You have Lilybell. And then you got all the magical effects with booty size, and then eventually you get glare. I love holy, and then holy tree gets the big flower. I love before you get even before you're like at later levels. I like that you had like stone and wind. I kind of want a stone spell and a wind spell back. We do still have water when it comes to like Aqua Veil and the shielding. It's very water motif, so we still have the water. But I'm like, and lilies aren't like a flower of water too, so you know there's that as well. But it's like, I want more wind. I do love the wind dash too. The wings. Oh my god, I love everything about Temperance. If there's a button I love in this game, is freaking Temperance. It mitigates, it makes you look beautiful, and now it even comes with an extra button for an AoE shield that also becomes a regen when the shield pops or runs out of time. Like, Temperance is mood, honey, and you walk with it. It's mitigation that you walk with. I find that so unique. It's 50 so no one should... Look, if you... In old arenas, you can press Temperance no matter where you go. People will be on your range. But it's like mitigation that walks with you. I like that fantasy. You feel so powerful, so magical, girl, so so... This is the core fantasy that I was talking about, magic, that Sage does not have for me. This is it. Like, you feel just like power and magic and extra, and it's just... Everything about White Mage is extra. Even just the regular casting, you do a little twirl. Everything about it is extra. The damage profile is the most fun of all the healers, too. Everyone jokes about Guer, but a lot of people play White Mage because it's the classic healer, but also the damage on the healer is the most fun to do. Because you get Blood Lily, you get constant booty sizes every 40 seconds, and now you get the 3 Glare 4s every 2 minutes, which I love Glare 4 as well. I like that they give you 3 Glare 4s and you can move around with them. I like the Presence of Mind speeds you up, so you just feel like a turret suddenly, a machine gun. It's just... Like, I love White Mage. White Mage has the strongest, maybe not the most ideal fantasy to this game. And I know usually White Mage is not everyone's favorite healer when you're a healer main. You just like other things that are better. But it's like, I will never deny how great it feels when you jump on White Mage and it tells you what it is. Like, White Mage doesn't make you guess on who they are. They're like, I am like this. These are my strengths. These are my weaknesses. Even now, Plenary Indulgence was like extra 60-second mitigation, which I love. Which brings it to the topic of healers overall. Like, I want the healer, like the pure healer and shield healer to stop. Because because it's never gonna work, because then they're gonna give things like Scholar Seraphism and things like White Mage, the AoE shield. Like, it's not gonna work. It's not a sustainable idea. So, I kinda just want each healer in this game to have its own identity. Like, Scholar can get the big shield, Sage can be the movement healer, Astrologian can be the support healer, and White Mage can be the raw burst healer. Just throwing some ideas out there, because I don't think this like pure healer and shield idea is gonna stay forever. Some jobs can have more shields than others, but it's like just giving Plenary Indulgence to White Mage made people a lot more interested in it, because they were nerfing mitigation on White Mage for no reason. They were just nerfing mitigation on White Mage because they're like, well, it's not a shield healer, we can't do that. No, see, this is a problem. It limits healer design. Mitigation needs to be in every healer in this game. It's just how Final Fantasy XIV works when it comes to healing. Mitigation is king in the healing department. Prevent damage, you have to heal less. And the fact that they were just limiting White Mage to be like, well, you're the one that's the pure healer. No, eradicate pure healing and shield healing. I don't want any of that. No, we didn't have that before Endwalker, and we don't need that anymore. Eradicate it. We don't need it. Just give it. Just what are we gonna do now? It's just like, it's kind of how when people talk about casters, it's like there's a Rez Caster and then not. Can we also eradicate that? Caster is caster. I don't want to group things. Just make its job its own thing. Don't group things. I'm over grouping things. Roles already exist, okay? And gear for that matter. Enough with the grouping. And that's my opinion on healer overall. Who's the favorite healer? White Mage files be sold. Yeah, exactly. And look, if a job has a wonderful aesthetic, I just don't know how to play it. That's really it. I just don't know how to play it. Okay, with that said, I am going to move on to the other support role real quick. Astrologian for the aesthetic. I feel like Astrologian is such a... I feel like Astrologian is such a pick for Black Mage because it's in aesthetics to me at least, and like the concept and everything, and even like spells like Gravity. It reminds me of like, what if I was a healer Black Mage? That's what I get from it. Aesthetically, not really in gameplay, but I see so many black mages go play Astrologian. That's what I usually see. So I have the fantasy of big number of healing, and that's why like white mage makes me so horny in gameplay. As well. And also Blood Lily's Blood Lily. I'm not gonna deny the big number being amazing. When I hit that 200k Blood Lily, that feels good. That feels good, honey. When I'm the one deleting things in the like a mob in a dungeon, feels good. Especially now, that's the other thing what I really love about White Mage. Is just that now you start with full lilies up and running. Including Blood Lily. Like all your flowers bloom at the beginning of the stage. You got your flowers. It's giving, you know what I like? This is so stupid. This is so nerdy. But I'm gonna say it. I like it because it reminds me of like D&D Baldur's Gate 3, where like, oh, I took a long rest and I planted all my flowers. My flowers are ready for the fight at the beginning of this. Let's do it. The White Mage did their homework. They prepared their spells, you know. They prepared everything. They're fully rested. They gotta go. It's just, I just like that. It's so nerdy, but so cool to me. Yeah, that's my opinion. Let's go to move on to the tanks. So on the tanks, Dark Knight is the skip for me, not because of the gameplay. I don't even remember the gameplay. It's just my character, my aesthetic, my everything is just not for Dark Knight. So I get to the point that this may sound really unfair, but I'm not even interested in running the class because it's just not for me at all. This is the most anti-Deku class in the game. Well, this and another one, and a certain melee. But yeah. This is like, I don't even have much to say. The only thing, okay, I will say something positive about Dark Knight. The story of Dark Knight is freaking incredible. Like the quest for Dark Knight. This was the last job I leveled back in Endwalker to max level. And so I did the job story last, and I'm kind of glad I did because it's such a good story to finish on when it comes to like all the other job stories. This is a really good one to just end it on, and it was pretty incredible. I think it was the same writer that wrote Shadowbringer, so that should tell you something. That woman is incredible at writing stories. But yeah, other than that, I don't have to say very much. Warrior, I like the rotation, but y'all, I don't want to be called Monkey Unga Bunga for like longer than a minute. You can make a girly pop aesthetic out of it. You can go like Barbie Warrior, which I like. And when I grab Warrior, I use Warrior just like most of the community for fade farming and everything. But it's just like Warrior, when I go on it, I try to be more like Karlach nowadays, so keep me sane. Also, I just think it's kind of boring to do a dungeon on Warrior because like we're invincible, and to me invincibility is kind of boring. Some people love the power fantasy of being invincible. I don't. I like a challenge. I like a risk. I like an oopsie daisy. So like Warrior tanking to me, like I know nothing's gonna kill me unless I play really, really badly. So it's just like, it's just not interesting to me. I do like the rotation. I do like the Warrior moves. I do like that part. But the Unga Bunga nature of it, nah, it's just not my style. It's not my aesthetic. Plus, I will say, though, that it's another one where, just like Dark Knight, I like the story of Warrior. Not for being intense. The Warrior story is just goofy. And it's nice to laugh at. But I also like the Warrior story. It's kind of funny. Like, my favorite tank has the worst tank story. It really does, unfortunately. I kind of wish that it wasn't the case, but... Okay, then we got Gunbreaker and Paladin, which to me is what I think of tank. I'm a classic gal. Okay, chat. When I think of tanking, I think of protecting people, not just being like a blue DPS. Now, Gunbreaker is a blue DPS, but you still feel like you got these like abilities named like Royal Guards, Heart of whatever, and there's just certain abilities that you still do guarding, like you're protecting someone. So it's just like, I still like that part. So Gunbreaker is fun. I am not trying new Gunbreaker though. I need to get on that. But it's a busy one. It's fun. I hear the new changes are really good for Gunbreaker mains. I used to have a joke like no one hates Gunbreaker more than Gunbreaker mains, but I feel like after the changes that has stopped being true. I think after that stopped being true. And I just think he's a really nice class, and it's based on, you know, Leon from Final Fantasy VIII, which I mostly hanged out in Kingdom Hearts. But hey, it's a fun one. You press your buttons. I like the aesthetics of it. I kind of like the idea that it's a blade with a gun. There's something really cool about that. Really fun. Really unique. Paladin is my favorite. Now, no tank or melee are gonna go into the love ping category. I'll tell you that right now. But Paladin is my favorite tank because it's the one with the shield. And I am classy. If you're gonna tank, if I'm gonna go tank, I better be a shield. I better see the shield. I better hear the enemies clinking on my shield like clinking on the shield, honey. I also love the Royal Knight, you know, Royal Knight, Prince aesthetic, medieval vibes. The Prince of the Castle, you know, all that I'm a sucker for. Like all that, like fairy tale knight fantasy, I'm down for. The rotation has changed quite a bit ever since like Endwalker, but like Endwalker did the whole change, but I still like it. I liked it back then and I like it now. I'm not the best at Paladin damage, but the Paladin has my favorite cooldowns. Like, it's full cooldowns that you really feel like you're protecting the party. That's the thing. Warrior has a lot of cooldowns that heals the party too, but it doesn't feel like you're supporting the party. First, it's like a feel. I know it's still helping, but it's more of a feel to it. And Paladin is the one that you really feel like you're protecting the party with, like intervention, divine veil, cover. And when things are going south, you can clemency someone just enough to like help them out. People shit on clemency, but that's because y'all are spoiled little teenagers that have like perfect party compositions. Not all of us have perfect party compositions. Stop being spoiled. Did I go too far? Did I go too far? Let clemency stay. Like, it's not a problem. You don't like, if you don't like clemency, don't press it. Yes, you're gonna be seeing people when they're tanking on a dungeon and their health goes to 50%, they start clemencing themselves. But don't remove an interesting button on Paladin just because bad play is used badly. That's not the solution. Let the bad players learn. Let them learn. Let someone tell them, hey, you shouldn't be doing this, and let them listen. Instead of just, oh, we should remove the button because, you know, there's some bad tanks out there that spam clemency. No! That's not the way to go! People need to learn. Okay? Get in your mind, when you queue for Duty Finder, for like a roulette, expect the unexpected. Expect great parties and expect struggles. Look. And I've been both. I've been both a great party and a struggle. Even today, sometimes I think like I'm feeling good and then I do terrible. And then the other times I just do fabulous. But always have a good glamour. Here's the hint. If you have a good glamour, people don't care. Get some nice clothes on and go in. Put some nice clothes on and go in. But yeah, I think Paladin is the most friendly thing. And I just really like the whole aura of Paladin. It's the shield tank. Like, it's what a tank should be. she get that shield. Also, you know, I'm a light magic kind of guy. I do like the holy aesthetics and all that. And the raining blades are pretty cool. But it's just really, when it comes to Paladin being my favorite, it's just the cooldowns are my favorite on Paladin. Favorite cooldowns. So yeah, that's that. Moving on to DPS, we're gonna start. Which one will I have an easier time with? Starting. I'm gonna leave melees for last. I'm considering if I should do caster or range first. Let's do range first. So range is interesting because Machinist has fun gameplay. It's just, again, the aesthetic doesn't really go for my character. It helps now that I can put my dancer outfit and have a gun. That's always the way, but I don't play fantasy games to throw robots or like junk or weapons at people. That's not my fantasy. With that said, congratulations to all the Machinists, because Machinists got better damage now. It took them like 4 patches, but they did it. But they did it. Actually, Machinist feels really good right now in the damage department. Not in AoE. We don't talk about Machinist AoE. For some reason, the AoE on the high damaging range classes is something interesting. But besides AoE, Machinist feels incredible. So I'm going to put it over there because it does feel fun when you get the hang of it. I am on America playing on European servers, so I can never play Machinist well. That's not happening. Not with my latency. So, yeah, other than that, I respect it a little bit more. It still bothers me. It's still not my favorite. It's, you know, it's gun. I don't play high fantasy games for guns or cars or anything like that. Queen is cool. I like the queen. The queen can stay. Bard is fun. I do like Bard. I wish Bard had more music on it. I feel like they should upgrade those dots at this point to be musical based. Me and my friend have discussed this. I feel like the dots should be upgraded to be magical musical dots, because those dots have not been upgraded for the longest time ever. We gotta put it up. I also want, just like Shadowbringers, I kind of want the dots to go back into merging with the kit better. Like how they did in Shadowbringers with the songs. I kind of want the dots to be part of the kit of Bard again in a new, inspiring way. I think there's potential on the dots on Bard. It's just how you do it. Bring more... Because in Shadowbringers, it was interesting. Upkeeping the dots on Bard. It was interesting. So I don't think there's a lost case for the dots on Bard. It just needs to be reimagined. I even thought back in Shadowbringers the Bard had more interesting dots than Summoner. No tea, no shade, just what it was. Because it complemented with the song kit. The dots were just not there to be refreshed for the sake of damage. It was just for something else with the songs and speeding, and each time it would potentially... Like, I don't know why they got rid of that. I never understood the reason why they had to get rid of that. It's not even the 2-minute reason. Like, I just don't understand why that was a thing. I also agree with someone that said, like, I wish the shooting on the arrow was a casted, just like the PvP cast where you can still move, but you start casting and then let it go. I wish that was it. Does that something in PvP that I kind of want to see a class take over in here? I do feel like we're gonna get a new physical range, and I am afraid for Bard in that regard, because the new physical range may take that fantasy of just like walking and casting, and they don't give it to Bard. But yeah, I want the songs to be more interesting too. Like, the songs are really just damage buffs in different layers. It's like, this one upgrades your crit chance, and this one upgrades your direct hit, and this one upgrades your raw damage. Like, it's not interesting, and it's a Bard, and you press the song button once and then you forget about it. Like, I want you to sing more. Sing, Bard. Sing it to me, Paolo. Sing it to me, Paolo. Please. Please sing, Bard. I want to hear more. We want to hear more. We want to hear more of your voice. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Sing to us more. I want the song to have, like, effects that, like, last, you know? There should be a damage song, and that's fine for the burst, but then, like, the other song should be something that you need to think about when it comes to support. This song, while you sing people regenerate mana. It's fine on black mages, okay? Listen, Astral Fire does not let you gain any mana whatsoever, so it wouldn't affect your Astral Fire stances. Could affect ice, but it's just like. And then this other song upgrades part while you sing. The party's defense is increased, or everyone can move a little bit faster as the song goes on. Like, make that unique. Make it being long-lasting buffs that Bard has to choose for the next, like, I don't know, for the next 30 seconds. That affects the whole party. So it's like just something, you know? I want more songs. I want more art. They've been doing it with like Endwalker and Dawn Trail. All the new buttons are dramatic. But I don't want the drama to just be on the 2-minute. I want the drama to be in the whole kit. Dancer doesn't just dance in the 2 minutes and calls it a day, you know. Machinist doesn't just shoot their gadgets at 2 minutes and call it a day. So I just Bard only do their like Radiant finales and encores and everything on the 2 minutes, and then the rest they just press one song button and just don't do anything else. Like, why is Bard getting rejected? I want more for Bard. You know, I will say this, I will always point this out. I was always standing with Bards back in Shadowbringers when Bard at one point was struggling. And then Bard got to be better than Dancer. And y'all Bard mains, you know who you are. Y'all went in the comments to laugh at Dancer, which I did not appreciate that. And I resented the Bards for a little while. But then you know what? I'm back on the Bard train. I want to see better of that. Just when you become better, don't laugh at us. Because then I don't know if I can forgive you twice. Then I don't know if I can forgive you twice. But yes, I want more for Bard. Also, it's my husband's favorite class, so you know I always want good for my hubby, and that includes one good stuff for Bard. There's also that, but yeah. And then my favorite one is Dancer. Yes. Now, Dancer used to be my favorite job in the whole game. I used to play Dancer all the time. And when I DPS, I still go mostly Dancer for DPS. Unless I'm practicing something like Black Mage or I feel a little bit more magical, I just play like Pictomancer. But Dancer is the one, was my first true love when it comes to jobs department. I'm never gonna stop dancing. I'm always gonna be playing Dancer. Dancer is just so fun. It's the DPS I like the most because no two pools feel the same on Dancer because of the RNG mechanic. So every pool feels different, and I gotta pay attention to what things proc, which makes me more attentive. I do have to have constant attention. That's why I love healing too. Like, I have to keep looking out for the party's health. I feel like if I'm more attentive, I'll do mechanics better. So that's why I like healing and Dancer in that category, or Caster, because I need to pay attention to where I'm going for the boss's mechanics. So that's why healing, range, but honestly just Dancer. And Caster are just like the roles I favor the most. I also love range. I don't like melee range. I don't want to think about positionals or being in melee range. I leave that to the experts. That's their thing, not mine. But yeah, Dancer is just incredible. I love it. Has probably one of my favorite gauges in the game, with like how its spree works, how the dancing step works. Great RP too. Like, I like the fact that you can dance outside of battle. Never make the dances be usable only in combat for the raiders. Do not, Yoshi P. I love to G pose on it, and I don't want to run. I don't want to run to a striking dummy to then have to G pose. No. Let the steps stay. Because I've heard some stuff out there. And I'm like, no, let it be a thing. It's very fun. It's very fluid. You got 3 dashes. I mean, it's movement for days, as it should be. A dancer should not have any limits in the movement whatsoever. It should be the most mobile job in the game, which it is. It's the most mobile job in the game. Like, you don't need other people to dash to. You are free-flowing. You move everywhere. Like, there's nothing stopping you. And if you're insecure in damage like me, here's a little fun piece of trivia about Dancer. If you're lower on the damage, it's expected. But then if you are out damaging someone else, you go like, "Hey girl, how come I'm out damaging you, diva?" So you always have a nice feeling no matter what. Look, I joke like that, but honestly, when I was playing Dancer and DPS in general, that was my comfort zone. Was knowing that it didn't matter what my place on the aggro list was, because I'm a Dancer. So it doesn't matter. Really high on support. I love curing walls. I love that your support goes with the dance partner. I want more dance partner support. They haven't been doing that for the last 2 expansions, but I kind of wish they did like more support for the dance partner too. Because the dance partner has not got really anything to do with these Shadowbringers. What Dancer mostly got was more of a static rotation and more buttons to press and burst, but it's such a unique job. Like, no other job plays like Dancer, really. No other job does what Dancer does, and I feel like that's one of the reasons I love it so much. The glamours are gorgeous. Even though I'm healing, I still wear my Dancer level 80 top the whole time. Because that top is really symbolic to me. Because that piece of clothing was the thing that got me into like trying hard content and raiding. So that's really special to me. And I'm glad that the Glamour unlock now allows me to wear this when I heal as well. Like, they're just so beautiful glamours. Like anything. Like, I love. I could make a whole thing about Dancer. But it's just, I love it so much. I love that the symbol is a heart. Chakrams are cool. You don't see chakrams a lot in fantasy games. And I need to see more chakrams. And Dancer did it. They went for chakrams, and I kind of really like that for Dancer. All the other range shoots something, and you have to, and Dancer throws something, and then have to catch it back. I don't know, it's just really, it feels very bunny. Feels very Vieira. Is what I can describe it. Which is why it was added in the same expansion as Vieira, and Vieira is kind of like the symbol of the job. Fantastic. Dancer is great. Dancer is always also a good DPS if you just like support and you have to level DPS for some reason. Do Dancer, like. And that dance partner will love you. The dance partner mechanic is just so cool. I love everything about it. I love Dancer. I love everything. There's no button on Dancer I don't like. I like everything about it. Carry on. Casters. Honey. Okay. All right. For casters. Ooh, this is the I feel like this is the most interesting one because of the, we're gonna do a Black Mage next week. If you want to join out here on Twitch and play with me, come forward. I'm gonna be playing Black Mage for a whole week doing different challenges, and please join me and help me. But yeah, for the casters, okay, I actually have a lot to say, both good and bad, I feel, but bear with me. I'm gonna start with the easiest one for me to rank, which is Red Mage. Red Mage is fun. Red Mage is very unique. It kind of has the Dancer vibe where no other job does what Red Mage does at all. Like, Red Mage has the rezzing, sure, but it's also the, like, its rotation. Like, the way it deals the damage and the burst and all the support. Like, it's just so, Red Mage is so Red Mage, you know? Modification, having to balance your mana between light and dark, and being penalized if you go too far in one mana. Like, it's just so... Red Mage is another job with, like, if you love magic and you love support and healing, go Red Mage. Like, no one is gonna be mad at you having a Red Mage in the party. If you enjoy some fencing on the side, like, Red Mage is it's just... You all remember why I love, like, Dancer and White Mage? Part of the reason is because the job identity is so strong. I think that's even more true for Red Mage. The job identity in Red Mage is crazy high. A good Red Mage will brighten your day. I love Red Mage. I think it's very fun. I just can't do the flash thing properly, which is like so mandatory on Red Mage, like the weaving on it. So that's why it's not my main caster. Also, if I want to cast, I don't want to wield a sword. Like, Because, you know, Red Mage gotta also has, like, Battle Mage going on. But, yeah, I prefer, like, a more whimsical weapon. If that makes sense. And yeah, I think Red Mage is incredible. I think that also, like, the backflip, it's still cool to do. Like, there's so many things about Red Mage that are just cool. The glamours are very, they're not very flexible on Red Mage when it comes to job glamour, but if you love it, Red Mage has such a strong identity that you either gonna love this job or don't, or like, don't love it at all. Especially on the glamours. You're either gonna love the glamours or gonna hate the glamours. Like, it's so good though. This job is just, oh my god. With the state that the job design is right now, that we all know, I am aware. I'm not gonna defend it because I'm aware. With the state the job design is right now, Red Mage being so unique is just, it's a gem. It really is. Also, now apparently it's the toughest caster to play. Yeah, no. Although I will say, with all the things that Red Mage brings to the party, the people that are screaming for Red Mage to do really high damage, y'all are crazy. You can't have everything, okay? You should do good damage, that I agree with. You shouldn't do low damage, but, you know. Okay, next caster for me that is easiest to rank is Pictomancer! It's the new one! Love pink! See, y'all were wondering, when does Deku gonna put, like, something there? I did it. I finally did it. I finally did it. Pictomancer is just whimsical to a T. Also, I was telling Estreth, I prefer more GCD. I don't know if like my hands are not as fast as they used to like keep weaving things. I don't know what happened there with the weaving in particular. I just prefer more GCD centric jobs, and Pictomancer is like the second one that does that the most, with Black Mage being number one. I like GCDs also because they usually feel more powerful than weaving something. You know what I mean? Like, usually weaving doesn't feel as powerful of a button, whenever it's healing or a damage button. But Pictomancer also has that. Okay, so y'all know Druids, right? Y'all know Druids, or like Flora from Wings Club or anything. Well, part of being a nature mage, which is my core identity, is what I love about magic, is being a nature mage. Part of being a nature mage is summoning things. Bring animal friends with you. That's part of the fantasy. Summon Stacy. Summon Bonissa. You know? Just summoning things. It's just part of it. That's why I also love Pokemon. I love my little animals. Pictomancer also has that. Pictomancer also defined itself, which is something I really like about this. And I was thinking about it yesterday, because I was going to make this today. But Pictomancer is the most building caster out of them all to me. Which mirrors how you paint a piece of art. You start playing, you start slowly, you add things slowly. And then, like, the more you paint, the more the better the things become. And the more, and you're closer to the finishing product, to the climax of your painting, you could say. And I love that Osmir in Pictomancer in anything that he does. Your basic paint allows you to do your stronger paint. Your painting your canvas allows you to cast the spells from your like animal spells, or like the hammer. And then when you use your animal spells, it allows you to summon a whole creature of a magical entity that is just paint coming to real life. And it's just like, it builds on things. When you stand in the circle in the 2-minute burst, when you stand in your slay lines, you build to it until you can do the giant rainbow attack instantly. It's a lot about building on Pictomancer, which, you know, having 4 casters, you do need your own identity, you know? You do need your own identity. And again, it's just, I think they nailed it. I wish, like, they had to homogenize the job a bit, but I will say, after playing it recently, Like I did like Black Mage and Picto side by side a little bit, and I still say it has that fantasy, that building fantasy, the one where you keep painting, you keep painting, you keep painting, you keep painting, and you're rewarded by painting. And now the damage also feels fair. It doesn't feel like dirty levels absurd about the damage, which is also good about that. But the damage should still feel strong. And, you know, the movement is good on it. You have options about movement on Pictomancer. It's also a very, like, stop and go kind of jump, right? Sometimes you are instant casting, and sometimes you are fast casting. You have, like, healer levels of cast bars, and sometimes you have, like, cast bars that are, like, pre-7.2 Black Mage. So it's just like there's different speeds. It feels like a gear shift, like driving a car, and there's like a gear shift, you know, and you go faster or you go so like there's little gears. Like I love Pictomancer, and it's one of the jobs that I feel like it has a really good feature as well. Super unique job. I think it was a nice addition to. We needed a cutesy caster, okay? We needed a cutesy caster, and we got the cutesy caster now with Pictomancer. Like, the glamour is pretty cute. So yeah, it's just very whimsical. I really like it. There's a little bit of summoning, there's a little bit of flowers, there's a little bit of, like, everything. Also, it feels fair. Like, Pictomancer does have some support, but it's not crazy support. Like, he has a heal on a button, you'll see 2 minutes. You know, it's not... It's fine. Like, it has a damage buff, but I also feel like we need to start removing damage buffs from a lot of classes. And I feel like only Dancer and Bard should get, like, damage buffs. But, you know, that's just me. That may be a controversial. Dancer, Bard, and Astrologian should be the buffers. And Red Mage. Yeah, I would pick those 4. I would pick those 4. For that. But I think damage buffs have got a little bit out of control. Let's just say that in this game. But yeah, I think it has strong identity, which is important. And yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go on a low note. Oh my god. I need to vent about Summoner. I feel like I always hold back on Summoner. Or I don't have enough time to talk about Summoner, but today has to be the day when I really express myself on Summoner. Wow, even the music got sadder. Even the music was like, okay. Alright. So Summoner. Fantasy-wise, y'all just saw what I was talking about, summoning and animals and elemental druid magic and everything. Fantasy-wise, this would be up here in a heartbeat so fast. And you also remember the conversation that my favorite characters are White Mage / Summoners? It would be up here so far. Now, does the book bother me instead of it being a staff? Yes, but I could live with it. I could find a nice book and live with it. That's not the problem. The gameplay is the problem. It hurts. Like, this is the job to me that hurts the most. Because for my character, for my design, for my concept, for my everything, it should be up here. It should be up here. But it's not. It's not up here. And it hurts. It's the only job in the game, by the way, where I hit level 100 and I like it less. Because I don't see Phoenix as much anymore, and Phoenix is like my favorite summon. And now I see Phoenix like every 4 minutes. Are you kidding me? It really did change. Like, the music was like, honey, I got you. God, it's so sad. It really is, because I love Carbuncle, and I barely get to see Carbuncle, and then I was like, well, at least I get to see Phoenix every once in a while. And now it's like, you barely see Phoenix either. I don't need 2 dragons. Who asked for 2 dragons? Who asked for 2 dragons? Who did it? We had... Summoner is about summoning different things. I don't want to summon like 7 variety of dragons. We already have 1. We don't need another. Bahamut is already iconic. What do you mean that Solar Bahamut? Where did it even come from? There's like no story with the Solar Bahamut. Oh, it's because they didn't want to do Heidelman and whatever because it would be a spoiler. Just drop a crystal then. Don't show Heidelman in her woman form. Show her in her crystal form or something. I don't know. Come up with something better. God. It really hurts me that was a decision. The Doom Train. Anything would be better than that. Anything would be better than that. Alexander, where's Shiva, Leviathan, and Ramu? How come we have not done this yet either? In the story, they were like, oh, you can't really do it because there's not enough. Like, it's been too long since they're overboard. Just give it to us anyway. Where are they? Tell me something, but there's so many things they could have picked for summoning. There's so many other summons that we haven't seen on Summoner yet in other games, you know? Odin. Odin. Where's Odin? Hello? You know, at one point, if they weren't bosses, Magus Sisters. Where's the Magus Sisters? Where's Anima? Like, yeah, I know they're all bosses, but who cares? Like, where are all these cool summons from Final Fantasy that we skipped over for Solar Bahamut? Who's Solar Bahamut? I don't know her. Who is she? Where did you find her? God, it just annoys me because it's just a recover of Bahamut for the 2 minute. And I don't like the 2 minutes. Y'all know I don't like the 2 minutes. You know, Dancer felt really unique when we had the 2 minute buff and then everyone wanted to be like us. Dark times, dark times. Oh my god. The crazy thing is that I like the effects of like the Halloween circle. Verizar has a really fantastic video about this. Go watch the Verizar video. I don't think Very does videos anymore, unfortunately. I think that was the day with the coffin. It was like they turned this to Summoner and Very was like, okay, I'm out. Which is such a huge miss. We missed you, Very. But it's like, God, it hurts because I love Garuda, I love Titan, and Ifrit. Those are like my favorite part of Summoner. It's like summoning the creatures, and I think it's so freaking cool when you summon the creature. Like, I'm not mad at the concept of you summon a creature, and you attune to the creature's ether. Now you can do fire spells based on Ifrit. Now you can do earth spells based on Titan, and now you can do wind spells based on Garuda. Like, I think that idea is freaking cool, actually. Like, a really cool idea. It's just the execution. It's just the execution. That's the problem. Look, people say like, oh, Summoner has a few buttons. The buttons are not the problem. Personally, honestly, to me, I don't think putting like 20 buttons on the class makes it harder. It just makes it more of a hassle. I'm sorry. That doesn't mean anything. But it's just like, it's the execution. Phoenix could be a minute friend with damage summon, with damage of course, but healing like a Phoenix. Phoenix burn things, but they're also symbols of healing. They're the fires of, you know, rejuvenation. But it's just like, oh my god. In PvP, they actually do that. And like, imagine if your res, when you summon Phoenix, it would become a res that when you use it, the party member that gets res, guess what? No weakness and full HP. Think about that. Because like, Red Mage has constant reses. Like, it can, you know, it can deal reses like those, you know, attack things, like cards. That just go like... But what if the summoner res was so special that you can only use it like when it's attuned with Phoenix, that it fully heals a party member, instant, fully heals a party member, no weakness. It's just one person and it's not available on the time, but how cool would that be? Just like this massive OP feeling resurrection spell that is balanced by the fact that, hey, you only can get it when Phoenix is available. Like, how cool would that be? You know? So because of the execution, it goes here because that it does bother me. But it hurts. You know, I still, in secret, when no one's looking, in secret, I pick Summoner and I look at the Jobstone like, oh, baby, I love what you're supposed to be doing. And then I summon Solar Bahamut and I start screaming, but... Like... I just... It doesn't, like, I'm exaggerating. It doesn't really matter because, like I said, I'm on the point of my life that I'm not particularly interested on DPS anyway. So, you know, really, DPS classes being here or here, they don't affect me in any way, shape, or form. It's just not something I've been into lately. I don't know, I just... Even Dancer is, like, my favorite DPS, but I don't feel DPS. So it's like... I'll DPS if I'm playing with people that are, like, exclusive support mains and... Or want to, like, really what... I don't know, I don't have any spot. But, like, right now, it's just... Like, I had a friend today that I told them, like, I'm going to do M9S. And they're like, are you going on Dancer? And I had, like, the fastest no answer. Like, no, I'm not. I just... It's not... It's the role itself that it just doesn't interest me anymore. Does healing only have one button to press when it comes to damage? Yes, but I still prefer the healing part. When you save a party from death, especially as a white mage, because, you know... Sorry, I'm going back to healing real quick. But especially as a white mage, when you save a party member from death with a chunky Lily heal, it's my fantasy. It's where I feel the most alive. It's where I feel the most useful. It's where I feel the most in a dream. Like, it's where I feel the most, yeah, I'm playing a fantasy game. And this is my fantasy. That's it. Yeah, I seen one summoner for Honey Meeple, and I was like, it's fine, let's go into the DC reset after suppose. I was like, yeah, we can go back. It's just so sad. Like, I feel like I'm not mad at the idea of some, again, attunement to the summon, so you're one with your summon without having to, like, fuse with it, is a really cool concept. Like, I actually love that. It's the execution part. It's just the execution part. Also, the other thing I am kind of like about Summoner is Aetherflow. It's like, those buttons are just so throwaway buttons. It's like you press them every minute and then you don't think about it. Actually, you're supposed to press 1 minute and then wait for the burst and then spend the 2 that you saved and then press the button again and spend the other 2. But it's just like... It's not interesting at all. It's kind of like a Bard Sidewinder thing. It's just not interesting at all to think about. And that's the part that they buffed. I remember when all of you thought that new move was remove, and then I took... See, this is how much I'm a nerd about Summoner. I took one look at how the character was, like, doing the animation with the book, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not it. Because Summoner, here's the thing, you gotta look... So I'm giving y'all tips for the next job reveal trailer, action trailer. Don't look at the particle effects, look at what the Summoner is doing. Because every single... summon cast, like where Garura ability, Titan, or Ifrit ability, Summoner does something different. Like, closes the book, closes the book, puts the book forward, slams down the book, throws the book forward in a wind motion. Like, but if it's something that is just like or like casting Ruin 3, then it's not attached to the summons. Okay, then that's not it. It just sucks because as a Druid hardcore fan, I want this shop to be here, and I'm still gonna love it. And the suck, it's a toxic relationship with Summoner. It's like you bother me so much, but I still love you. I can't say I hate it. It's oh my god, it's complicated. It's complicated. It's complicated. It's very complicated relationship I got with Summoner. Maybe next expansion, maybe next expansion. Alright, last but not least. This job has been all over the place right now. Look, he wants to go into Slay Diva hunting. Girly. He wants to go there. I do feel I have to... You know what? I do have to add one more tier. I'm sorry. The problem is that I can't rate. You know what? Okay, pretend that I can write for a second, alright? Pretend that I can, like, write amazing. Because I can't right now, because I can't the keyboard. Oh wait, I have an idea. Can someone write, oh, I'll be really good. Can someone write, oh my god, what is like the best word when we love something? Sure, best job in the game. Let's go with that. Because, yo, I can do copy. Y'all are helping me write. Y'all are actually helping me write. Oh, I can't delete though. Can I paste? Aha! Thank you. Y'all are actually helping me write. Thanks. Can someone write Blue Mage as well real quick so I could put that, I can fix that over there. Make this one pink. Make this one purple. And make this one red. I don't care if this is a mood thing. This is what I feel right now and it's true. White Mage is my favorite job in the game. It just is. It's my favorite job in the whole game. I know. Not irrelevant. Not that. Let it be known, y'all, that I am not writing this. This is what I've been offered. But I like Blue Mage. Okay. I do like Blue Mage. Not Black Mage. No, Black Mage goes here. Is that okay? She closes the stream. She's like, no, I'm done. Go on, go on. No, okay, no, actually, Black Mage did not start here. Black Mage was never a skip for me because. Let's go. Black Mage was never a skip for me, okay? Because I always like it was always here because it always had identity, and you know I love when the job turns to me and goes, "Hey, I do this and this and this." So Black Mage also, like, some of my favorite characters, like Lulu and Vivi, are Black Mages. So shout out to the Black Mages as well. Black Mage is the job where it's like, I know I'm the cute, girly pop, magical girl diva, but when I look at things like Bayonetta, Shadowheart, Menthara, those kind of characters, I go like, gosh, I wish it's not I wish I could be you, it's like I love you so much for just being a powerful presence in my life. That's always been Black Mage to me. I'm a sucker for the Black Mage and White Mage comparison. Like, it's kind of crazy when you think about how much Black Mage and White Mage have in common, despite being different roles. Just like you were as a Black Mage, you want to know the fight and what's about to happen. And then they both have speed up buttons, but in different forms. Black Mage being ley lines, White Mage being presence of mind. They are both the most GCD central out of their role. Because, you know, that's spell casting in this game. Spells are GCD. They're also the ones where their spells have the biggest number. I did the level 70 dungeon yesterday. I could not believe the amount of damage I was doing, sister, as like a magic range class. I could not believe the amount of damage I was doing on Fire 4. I was like, The bar was going, I'm usually like used to the bar go like this. in anything I play, not just healer. And then when Blood Lily happens on White Mage, he goes like, pfft. No, playing Black Mage was this. Bonk, 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 and I'm like, I was like, oh, this is why people play this job. It feels fun, and I'm not even a high number person. It was just staring at the bar. I was not staring at the number. I was staring at the health bar, going like, boom, boom, with each like fire force shaking the screen. The bar would go like, boom, 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 shakalaka, boom, 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 boom. Like, shakalaka, wavelines. No, girl, that was my sister. That was crazy. Shakalaka, boom, 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 boom. I was not even mad at Thunder because I was having so much fun with it. Black Mage is fun. I always found it fun, even before 7.2. It's just remember that for next time when you put ley lines down. It's like ley lines, shakalaka, boom, 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 boom. Next time, put those ley lines. Remember this, and then have a laugh between you and your static, Estreth. Have a laugh, shakalaka, boom, 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 boom. I have that to read tomorrow. Oh, if I was a tiny butterfly just to watch it, just to watch you say that. But Black Mage has always been fun to me, even before the rework, even back in Shadowbringers. Like, it's always been fun. My one issue with Black Mage, which I think everyone can agree on, is to me, it's not the leveling, because I get that with healer. When my White Mage is at level 50, I am crying and sobbing my heart out and being like, why did I not go Astro for this level 50? That's like, even that they're a mirror. Both of these mages, when they get synced down to like 50 or 60, it's like, oh my god, at least at level 60 got fire for him and White Mage got booty size, but it's like, good god. Also, booty size is one of the best buttons in the game. Sorry. But even that, shakalaka, oh shit, I have to move. Yes, so you know what? The more I practice on it, and I want to go back, this is also why I'm doing the tier list right now, because once we're done with the Black Mage week, I want to go back to this and see if I change Black Mage for up or down. You know, I want to see where it goes. Because right now, it is Buff Pink. It's going to be a competition between Pictomancer and Black Mage. It's going to be a competition, girl. For my favorite caster spot. Until Summoner steps it up. Once Summoner steps it up, Summoner can go over here. Once Summoner steps it up. Because they're not stepping it up right now. But gosh, is Black Mage fun. Also, triple casting is fun. All this movement thing, I'm like, yeah, sure, you can feel immobile at times, but so does White Mage feel immobile at times, you know? Triple cast is amazing. Are you kidding? Triple cast is fantastic. It's just like, it's just a different form of light speed on from Astro. Like, also, triple cast is a very, for those who don't know, it's a very iconic Black Mage button. Dual cast and triple cast has always been like the big Black Mage thing when you get it and you can do like 2 Black Mage, 3 Black Magic spells at once. It is very important that I have Black Magic spells, because let me tell you about something that happened to me in Final Fantasy X. I got dual cast as Woo-Woo, and I did not read the description correctly, and I wasted the big sphere to teach dual cast to Yuna, thinking, oh my god, I can do 2 holies at once with Yuna, which is the most broken White Mage spell in the game. I'm so ready. The description says the following. Allows you to cast 2 Black Mage spells. Not spells of any kind. Black Mage spells. So I wasted that sphere. Welcome back to the Black Mage Society. Thank you! Oh my god, that was like our first joke ever. That was a long time ago. Oh my god, Frank. Even Frank is happy. Even Frank is happy. Also, I like staffs. I like wands. I like, you know, especially now that they have we're recording back in those days. You still got the picture. Especially now that like there is a pink black mage staff where the heart is purple. I feel that was also the problem. I needed like I couldn't, because I will say I love the titanium weapons, but the titanium black mage weapon is not my favorite. I don't know. It's just something about the colors to me are off-putting, even though I love the butterflies. So I was trying to find a good black mage one for Deku, and it finally happened, where it's like pink with a hit of purple, like a little. You know what? You know, in Deku's original story that I kind of like retcon, but my character's original story is that he had a blue eye and a red eye, and for those who played Bayonetta, it was like a reference to the blue eye of light and the red eye of darkness. I started Deku as I'm gonna be a white mage and a black mage player. That's how I started Deku as, until, you know, whoa, what a trip. Now it's a completely different story, but I still remember that day. I picked like a blue eye and a red eye. And then he was more purple than pink because blue and red made purple. It was not because blue is ice and red is fire. No, it was because Bayonetta. It was because Bayonetta. But even that I like about Black Mage, where it's like you have a lot of purple spells because red and blue are purple, and then you got, you know, you have you used to have yellow, but then they turned purple in thunder into purple, which I think it's more canty. It makes sense, but it did used to have a little bit of yellow in there on the hotbar, not on the actual thunder effect. It was kind of blue actually, the thunder, when I think about it. But hey, we're gonna see. I'm excited to keep playing Black Mage. I understand the disappointment of pre-7.2 Black Mages, and I totally respect that. I just have to say that the old one, this new one, I always loved it. I always been bad at it, but you know, it doesn't really matter because, like I said, I'm more of a healer main at this point. So a DPS being here or here, it doesn't really matter. It's just frank of opinion. Yeah, what I just talk about Black Mage. Thunder could be better. I hate that they changed the name of the proc. Everyone, look, Thunder Cloud was cute as a proc name. Thunderhead? What the fuck is that? Like, what is Thunderheads? Like, couldn't it be like, I don't know, like Thunder Particle, like anything more whimsical than just Thunderhead? What the fuck is a Thunderhead? Really loud blowjob. Girl, not this. Not that. Okay. Oh my god. My husband always says we gotta be careful with careful with shock therapy because it can be addictive. That's what my husband always says. So maybe Thunderhead is right. Anyway, yeah, Black Mage, I really love it. I have to say, after playing through more of Black Mage, that I put it too high on the tier list. It should be on the that it's fun. While I do enjoy Black Mage, while I was trying to, you know, have my fun trying to optimize it, I am not the best at it, and I kind of just went back to my comfort zones of Pictomancer / Summoner. And while I grew to appreciate Black Mage for the gameplay that it is, I still prefer the other two for me and my characters. So yeah, just a little down on the tier list here. Moving on. So let's see. Melee's Ninja is fun. I'm bad at it, but it's quite fun. Monk is a skip. I cannot play anything that has a monkey as part of the rotation. Like, there's a monkey for my mouth. I'm sorry. I'm not a monkey person. The opal form, I'm like, no, I don't want something that used to say, no, no, that was the other job I was talking about. It is fun when you get the hang of it. It does feel pretty fast, but it's just like, and it has a really strong identity. But just like Dark Tide, it's just so anti-Deku. I just said Deku is not strong at all physically, and Monk is probably like the melee that you have to be the most physical strong because you're using your fists, like you're using your entire body. You know, Samurai's fun. Again, just like tanks, no melee is gonna be above this. Don't be too excited. Also, I forgot to point out something on the casters as well. Because I'm a healer main, the reason Pictomancer and Black Mage are above Red Mage and Summoner is because I do feel like a lot of healers prefer Red Mage because it still has the res and support. But I am actually on the opposite spectrum. When I go to play DPS, I don't want to res. Like, because if I wanted to res, why don't I just go play healer? You know what I mean? Now, if the res is flavorful, again, like we talked with Phoenix, that would change because it's the only res that's like that in the game. No healer has it. That would be different. But it's like, if I'm gonna be resing, I'm gonna play healer. You know? On the resing category, I do kind of prefer Summoner over Red Mage because, like, you only need to res if something's really goes south, and like Red Mage is actually priority. But it's like, yeah. Do I appreciate having them in the party? Oh, absolutely. As a healer, I appreciate having a Red Mage Summoner res for me. Oh, absolutely. I'm not bothered by that. It's just, if I'm gonna play DPS, I'm gonna play DPS. You know, mama. I'm not gonna... It's kind of like, if I'm gonna play a tank, I don't want to play Dark Knight or Gunbreaker because, oh, they're the highest damage. Like, I don't want that. I want to feel like an actual tank. I don't want that. So again, no melee is gonna be up from there. Sorry, I diverge a lot. You know it. Viper! The idea was nice on Viper. I liked it, but I just don't like that job gauge. What does that job gauge even do? Does anybody know? I don't think even Viper mains know what their job gauge does. What does it do? What is that thing? That bothers me, actually, highly. I think they just added that job gauge to be like, well, every job has a job gauge, so we need to come up with something for Viper. Put the most confusing layout imaginable. Like, what is that? Is it supposed to be like, use your right point? I'm not looking at that. No. No, absolutely not. It could have been the poison gauge. Can you imagine if the gauge was just like a poison gauge? And then you was... Oh my god. You know how Viper buffs himself? Right? With the whole like going really fast. What if he was like... What if he had also... What if he had two buffing forms? The super really fast one and the poison one where your attacks did like dot damage alongside them. You unlock this all other form where you glow green instead of blue. Because I'm sorry, I don't know why they glow blue. That's also confusing to me. A snake? A blue snake? It should have been green. Some confusing things about the name Viper in itself. No poison, no green abilities, and I'm like, wait a minute. Viper poison, like, what? And there's some confusing things about it. But yeah, I feel like that gauge is just there for the sake of being there, and then it becomes the most confusing thing. It bothers me. It bothers me. It bothers me. It bothers me. I like Dragoon a lot. Dragoon is kind of like someone where like it would be my favorite melee, but unfortunately, I'm bad at it. No, Dragoon is not even the summoner. So sorry, summoner is here because of gameplay decisions. Dragoon is here just because I'm bad at it. But is it? Do I love being a bunny and jump and all the like dragonic abilities that Dragoon has? Yes, they're fun. I like it. I like the jumps a lot. I'm bad at it, but I like the jumps a lot. Also, Dragoon has a lot of weaving for me to keep up. We just discussed this. I'm a GCD-centric gal. I'm not a... Even Dancer is like the most GCD out of the range, by the way. Only Astro is the exception, but again, I play mostly White Mage than Astro, so... But I'm more of a GCD gal. So it's like, yeah. I'm not good at Dragoon, but I think the jumping part is pretty fun. I also like the combo. You go like one combo, you go the other combo, then you go one combo, and then you go the other combo, and then you go one. The flower petals effect, y'all wouldn't know this, but like, Dragoon has a really pretty ability with the sakura petals and the sound. Like, I love that. I know Samurai has it too, but it's just like, I love that about Dragoon. Love that part. Samurai actually really also enjoyed the gameplay. I don't know. It's just, I'm not into samurai aesthetics. Not much. They're very fun, but like I can't pronounce that hotbar for a living, and I cannot like love something if I cannot pronounce the name. I can't do it. Last but not least is Reaper. Reaper is my favorite melee. Reaper, the way I made Reaper work with Deku is just, I basically turned it into like a circle of spores, Bayonetta summon. You know, the weapon is a scythe, which is very like harvest kind of vibe. Harvesting things. There is a backstory about Reapers being botanists, by the way. So I feel like that kind of makes sense. And then, you know, Shadowbringers happened and all that. So I made Reaper work. Would I still prefer to play Dragoon over Reaper? Probably, in concept. But Reaper is more GCD friendly. The weaving happens in the big burst mode. Not really during the other things. So it's just like, some people complain that Reaper is slow, but that's what I like about it. People say that Reaper is the slowest melee, and they complain about that, but that's what I like. Some of us like slow. Not all of us like to go fast. Okay? Some of us like want to breathe a little. Some of us want to wind up and attack and then BAM! Like Urania. BAM! Okay? If I want to go fast, I play Dancer. Or physical range in general. But yeah, I like Reaper's rotation a lot. I think Reaper is really cool. I made it work with Bayonetta. Because, you know, I don't melee mostly at all. So when you see me in melee, I want you to know that I feel repressed. And that's why I play Reaper. It's the most like emo job. But it also reminds me, for those who know Kingdom Hearts, it reminds me of Marusha. And again, Reaper is just like Black Mage. I was struggling with weapon for Deku, but now that there's the scythe, the pink scythe, just like Black Mage has the wand, we're good. And again, I can wear all of these favorite jobs in my Dancer Glamour, and they all work. The Dancer Glamour works for the White Mage, works for Dancer, works for Astro, works for Pictomancer, works for Black Mage, works for Reaper. It even works for Paladin. Because the sandals that I have are like gladiator kind of sandals. Oh, I didn't even talk about like the lore of Paladin, but that is one weakness about Paladin. I have to bring this up because maybe the devs will listen. That story was not good. Like, oh my god, you get to be a Paladin story, and I'm finally getting the story of how Paladins get their holy magical powers. Like, what's going on about the oath? What's the Paladin oath? What's all of that? They mentioned that once in Heavensward. It's left ambiguous. And when you go for the next expansion to be like, finally, I want to know more. It's a tournament arc gladiator competition. You go back to gladiator story. I don't want to know about that. My gladiator days. No. No. What is my oath? But yeah, that is my tier list, everybody. What do you all think in the comments below? Who is your favorite? Again, we're just talking. This is subjective. Tell me why you love Dancer and White Mage and why you hate White Mage and Dancer. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's opinion is valid. I met people that hate White Mage, that hate Astro. Like, different people, different stuff. You know, that's what's beautiful about humanity. We all like different things, different concepts. I like pretty girly things. I like pretty magical things. I like pretty cute things. And the occasional Voidson. And the occasional Voidson. I like animals. I like flowers. I like nature. That is my core. Nature mage. This is who I am. Please fix summoner. so I can love Summoner again. Please. That's all I ask them. So if there's something you ought to take from this list, please fix Summoner so I can put it up here. Okay, so I can put it up there. I would love to put Summoner up there, but I can't. So it has to be here. I wanna play with Carbuncle again. I love Carby. I love my strawberry muffins. Let me play with it again. Let strawberry muffins and Phoenix live. Get rid of this dragon. I don't know what this dragon is. Get him off. Please. I beg you. Until then, I guess I'll play Black Mage. Until then, I'll play Black Mage and I'll have my time with it. Also, like, I'm not even mad. I was finishing the video, but I just realized another topic of discussion. It happens. I'm not even mad at I'm not even mad at the fact that, like, I want Summoner to cast more, which is kind of why I want, like, Shiva and Leviathan to, like, bring some casting back to Summoner. Because if I'm picking a caster, I want a cast on it. I don't want to, like, physical range 2.0. But I still feel like it's kind of cool that they could be the most mobile caster. That's kind of cool. I think that could stay there just alongside Red Mage. But it's like, because now every day, every single day, like, every caster has options to move, even Black Mage. And I kind of like that. You know, I kind of like that. But that doesn't mean you should delete the cast bars altogether. This means, like, give buttons to the caster classes that get insta-casts. Because then the insta-cast feels more special. You know? So give some more cast to Summoner too. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, that is all for the raid. For the tier list for Final Fantasy XIV. Thank you for the yapping that lasted 2 hours. Thank you, chat. Thank you so much. I don't know if I'm gonna put this on YouTube or on Patreon. Please follow me on Patreon. Support me on Patreon, not follow. If you support me, the more I can do this, the more I am allowed to do this, the more I can bring more content to you guys, and just yap. You also can support for free by leaving a comment, like on YouTube, or follow me on Twitch. That's all free stuff. And yeah, I will see you when I see you. Bye. Love you. Oh my God, there's Frank.